What are you guys doing?
Trying to figure out what the fuck he has for the thing.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you think that's gonna hold those pieces of paper? It's gonna fall right through there.
I know, I don't even know the words, but that like riff is awesome.
But I'm gonna make it. You have 3 prompts. I think there's a 4th one still.
Does like with time remaining, maybe just throw out a
You know our guy Donald? Donald beat me and Ricky in that workout.
Paulette?
Yeah.
I would like to start training high rocks and do that workout again.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God, dude. You're kicked off the show. We need a replacement.
Did you reference High Rocks like 2 or 3 times and I was like, I don't care. I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Dude, we should have him on next time. You want me to move it right now?
No.
Yes.
Yes, Tyler, yes, I did. I said yes.
Yes, Daddy.
Go behind it. Go behind it. Go behind it.
Ty, dude, obviously, dude.
Oh, yeah. Do you think it's a fire hazard at all, this plant by the outlet? Like, are these...
At all? Yeah, probably. Am I concerned about it? No.
Yeah, we've got insurance on this building.
What episode is this?
It's 6.
I just want to make sure I have this captured.
We're on a roll, that's all I know.
By the way, I've already seen 3 fall out of that thing. Hell yeah.
Alrighty, folks, we are back with another episode of the Hat-Trick, episode 6. I am your host, Brian. I am here with Dr. Ricky and my buffoon of a brother, Tyler. And our first topic.
Yeah!
Look at that. Look how easy that was.
Oh, wow.
Pat Vellner announces his retirement. Do we care?
No.
Should we just move on?
That's great.
Nah, dude, sob story. Pat Vellner never could win it, never could really do anything of substance with CrossFit, so now he makes noise by retiring from the sport. So
He is taking a victory lap.
good for you, Pat.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Well, I
Good
think he's
for
like,
you.
this is his last year.
Competing?
Yes.
Is he
Got it.
doing the
So-
Open?
Yes.
So he announced his retirement after the conclusion of this game season.
Yes.
And Noah Olsen's also back.
Yeah, all
What's
these...
that
all-
about?
Yeah,
Well, they're not relevant without it.
right.
That's what that's about.
Yeah.
They figured that out.
They tried they tried to step away when they thought it would make them relevant to say I'm out, but then all of a sudden they're back in to say that they're
That can be a
out.
bold assumption, though. You don't think those guys have enough money in the bank from just sponsorships?
No,
No.
I don't.
And their Instagrams, they can probably just
I think the
write off their
women
Instagrams.
make
Maybe
more
not.
money.
Knowing what I know about
sponsorship
the
dollars.
business side of, the little bit I know about the business side of is those contracts are generally like 3 to 6 months long.
Start the timer.
And they, wow, this guy.
It's all right, extra time. People just want to hear our thoughts.
They just don't last. The contracts aren't long enough, aren't worth enough to like be sustained after their term.
Very short term, unless you're one of the unicorns like a Matt Frazier or a Froning who can sign 3-year Reebok
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
right?
and I
Nike
think
or-
women too. I think women.
I think the women have a higher earning potential in CrossFit in this space than men do, for sure.
Well, I mean, if you just use a couple, I don't look into these athletes enough to really know. But if you see like a Brooke Wells, she gets a new one every day. Probably. Like a new.
Yeah, we've roasted her now 2 weeks in a row. This is
Oh,
good.
really? My bad.
No, dude, keep bringing her name up.
It's
Does
not really.
Sydney
Well,
have any
she's getting
sponsorships?
paid, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
shout out.
Well, but that's my thing. It's like, does anybody care that Pat Vellner retired? I mean, I kind of care in some regard, just because when I got into the sport and I was so, I want to use the word addicted of like the lore of it all. I mean, it's kind of signaling a new age of CrossFit to me. I could not tell you a lot of the up and comers. I know who Von Rohr is now because that was an insane 950 clean.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. No reps. The first one stops, resets, and 950 is the workout. Like
it's cool.
unfazed.
Running the transitions.
Running the
Yeah,
transitions.
that was pretty cool.
I think she might have even jumped with the first ball step up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It just looked that fast, but it kind of signals the I don't know if it's the beginning of the end or the middle of the end or the late end of the end there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
of
a little
all
bit.
of those OG athletes that are phasing out, you know, whether it's they're just getting too old or they're trying to hang on to something. Like, I think Pat's kind of one of those examples. And I don't know if he's necessarily like a career doing it for that long. And what, his best podium finished a 3?
He podiumed.
He podiumed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. I wonder if they're too old or if just the competition field is getting younger and they're phased out of being competitive at the age that they're at. They're not too old.
I think it kind of is the second point because you have like Scott that goes on to compete in the Masters. You have Dancer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And like the guys field, I think we're all a little bit more familiar with, but like the guys that are prevalent in that now have been doing CrossFit competitively since they were 14 or 15.
Teens, yeah.
Dallin, James, Justin.
Yeah, I think you make a good point. We're kind of starting to see that the crop of teen athletes that are now old enough.
And they understand that their time in the limelight's going to be short.
Yeah.
They've got maybe 2 to 3 more years to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness in the sport to then set themselves up for whatever they're going to do after they compete, because they don't want to compete as a living. Mm-hmm. They're using it for some sort of platform for the future.
Build
hopefully.
a brand.
Yeah,
build a brand.
Well, so then I'll circle back real quick on they're using it for their platform, but it seems like the platform isn't sustainable for a Noah or a.
I think if you're not careful.
That's where the Boys Interrupted comes in.
Yeah.
I think that's where being a personality outside of just being an athlete is really valuable. Talking about like us wanting to do some streams of us playing video games outside of just fitness content.
True.
It's like draw in
You have to build
an
the
audience.
ecosystem
Yeah,
so much
yeah.
while you're in it.
Correct.
Crank it up to a height where I guess Noah really didn't have that other than, is he technically an owner of like a training think tank or like a
P360?
so.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Right.
so.
So
well,
like
training think tank's like kind of like on the fritz, right?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Alexis
I don't see the video
Raptis
about
is
him.
no longer with them. One of their main coaches, Kyle Ruth, is leaving. So I'm not sure
See,
what
that's kind of
Max is doing.
interesting to me is because I always thought that they put out some pretty good training content.
I thought
myself.
so too. Yeah, I thought so
they
too.
were kind of keened in.
Well,
and
that's
very-
CTP. That's the guy that used to be the producer of
Barbell
the Barbell Shrugged.
Shrugged.
He is their Chris, the producer, CTP. He's their like media guy, and so I think he does a really good job.
That was an amazing. Barbell Shrugged was a great
Yeah.
OG
Yeah.
fitness and CrossFit podcast.
I remember one of the early ones, I think Khalifa was on it or something like that. They were just out in the
So
backyard by a pool and they were around a table
Mike
talking
Bledsoe,
fitness. And I
the
thought they
guy
were
Alex.
having really good conversations,
Yeah,
honestly.
and they have an original one with Match El Hodge, who is the training think tank guy.
That's the one I was
That's
Yeah.
the one that
Yeah,
I
that
reference
cool.
with
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
which is really cool because it's like starts off the lighting's great and then it gets to be night.
really dark, yeah. I like that. I
All
like
right,
that though.
next.
Oh.
I'll let somebody else choose.
We had enough Pat Vellner talk.
Well, this one is actually super fun now based on what happened yesterday. Is will CrossFit sell before the 2026 games? There's nothing else to that one.
So this is coming right after news that Don Fall is stepping down as CEO on Friday.
Dude,
Yep.
best comment on that post. Do you guys know what it is?
No.
Oh my God. Well, we're glad he stepped down because if he jumped down, it would have been a no rep.
Great. Yeah.
great.
Such a
That's
good
great.
comment, man.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
are great.
I don't know how to feel about that if I'm being honest. It's a little unsettling because it doesn't give a clear direction on like, okay, are they going to try to hire a new CEO or they're going to sell and let whoever buys it appoint the next CEO? I mean,
Well,
what's going to
but-
happen there?
A 3-day step down period.
Yeah.
Announced
Yeah.
on the 3rd of
Yeah.
March,
Yeah.
down by the 6th.
Yep.
What does that even say? I'm not much of a corporate guy, but Ty, what do you think about that?
I mean, he either gave his 2 weeks notice and they didn't want to announce when he put in 2 weeks because it would have taken away from the start of the Open, or he didn't give 2 weeks notice and he was given the opportunity
Yeah,
to
and
step
stepping down in the
effectively
middle of
3
the
to
Open.
4 days.
That's wild.
Right, being a CrossFit guy, right? Kind of like
Yeah, it comes from the teams,
he a
right?
military
He was
guy?
a Marine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'd hope that he wouldn't like fuck anything up, whether, no corporate gig stuff. I think CrossFit is definitely back on the rise, more open signups than last year.
Really?
Yeah, you've got athletes that had been out or back in. I think now would be the time to sell. But with that said, I think the owners of CrossFit are probably asking, an even larger premium. So finding the right buyer could be tough. I think it's going to sell before the games.
I think it'll sell before the games.
I know nothing about that side of the world, but it seems like
I know
you would
nothing
have
either,
to
I'm
hold
guessing.
on.
What are they doing over there?
Yeah, it seems like a brand of this size with a company that owns it of that size, probably being all of the analytics in the world. I mean, it seems like you have to hold on to it a little bit more for all of the Texas nightmare to calm down enough to have some type of like sustainability for a while of things going normal as a brand.
Yeah.
With limited noise.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if too, just a thought, raw thought off the top of my head, pause.
Raw.
Is the CEO stepping down a signal for the sellers that, hey, whoever's the new buyer, you get to pick your CEO.
See, that's
So is
what
there
I
just
like.
going to be an interim CEO? Sale happens. You
Which
get
last
to pick
time was
your
Dave
CEO.
Castro. Who's it going to be this time?
Dave Castro.
Last time the
nobody
interim
better.
CEO was Dave Castro.
No better person to.
I mean,
Oh,
I think
so
he was
he,
CEO for like a week or 2 weeks. And
He
then,
100%, Dave 100% told him to just shut the hell up. If that's what happened.
pipe down, little guy.
Pipe down, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be the CEO for like 2 weeks, and then you step down from that, hand it off to somebody else, and just do the fun part of the job.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of. But
Yeah. I don't know.
excellent.
Dave Castro definitely to me has like exit velocity in the sense that like he's untouchable from a firing standpoint.
He's
like,
proven that.
He had those athletes that signed that petition. He's friends with half of those athletes now. He's been seen with Royce Dunn and Fisa Goff. He's been on his podcast. So like those
Signed the
athletes.
petition for him to step down,
Yeah.
and now they're all friends again.
well,
I
not
mean,
all, but I mean he's the
they're
ones that are
amicable.
still active in the space. I mean, I don't know what Annie Thorsdotter's doing anymore. Kind of
Nothing.
irrelevant.
Well, she is in. They've got the daughter brand now. I wonder how those are doing.
Dude, I can't
It's just
imagine.
it's her and Catcher,
Well,
right?
and you know who's behind that is that Matt, the big overweight guy that lost a bunch of weight, that was friends with Sam Dancer. Matt Bickle. Bickle.
Bishel.
Yeah,
maybe,
he's
I don't know.
behind that brand.
the
I
daughter
think that
brand.
guy's yeah, I don't like that guy, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about those energy drinks.
I haven't heard anything about it since they dropped. So
Who's pulling?
You.
Me?
You're a puller. He pulls out.
Oh, good, Brian. When does something become a classic CrossFit workout?
This is off the heels of people saying that the games has changed because of the use of the machines and that classic CrossFit, blah, blah, blah. So like, when does something enter being a classic?
What is classic CrossFit?
Yeah, okay. Well, to me, it's a couplet or a triplet. And it's probably less than 12 minutes when you're talking about a time domain. If we're talking about like the raw makeup of the workout. As far as like,
pause.
say less than 20 minutes. Think
Yeah.
of like a Cindy, right?
sure.
Like the original.
But then like, what about Murph? Like, because to me, Murph is a classic CrossFit workout. And we're talking like a 35 to 60 minute.
Yeah, I mean, I think that though that within Hero WODs, you can break that down into classic Hero WODs versus new Hero WODs.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Modern.
the girl workouts.
Same thing. Yeah, I mean, every
Because they've
every
modernized
single
those, right? They've added difficulty, they've added load, they've
Yeah.
added weights.
every
and
single
reps.
benchmark to me, an old school benchmark, women workouts are classic CrossFit
I agree.
workouts. I don't
Nasty
necessarily
girls.
think you can call any CrossFit Games workout a classic CrossFit workout.
I think that's exactly where Brian was postulating this question is like, what is classic CrossFit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
games-
agree with you. I don't think a games workout is classic
Yeah.
CrossFit.
I think that you have elements of a workout that can be a classical CrossFit workout element.
21-15-9.
21-15-9 of a new variation. Okay, that's a classic variation or a classic variant.
Or double DT.
Yeah.
A variation on
Some
DT.
type of 5, 10,
Yeah.
15.
fantasy land, like thrusters and pull-ups, but the pull-up, the reps.
Yeah,
can
and they're
change
just
a little
everything like
bit.
reimagined with it, you know. So because I want to go back to you can use just the antique rules. Becomes an antique after what, 25 years? I don't know if that's actually correct. But
Yeah, okay, so, but I kind of like that. Okay, so CrossFit, this is the 20th year of the CrossFit Games. So then, by your definition, or that definition, none of it is classic yet.
For the game.
I kind of feel that way. I kind of feel like, well, it's not been around long enough for any of them to be classic.
What's like the definition of classic?
Because to me, like, if you want to talk about classic CrossFit, you can't talk about the peak, which everyone references like 2016 to 2018. So it has to be something that happened before then. So let's say 2015 is like the earliest that you could choose from a bank of workouts for those to be considered classic. So let's say there's a 10-year period from 2005 to 2015 where you can go back and look at regionals.
Well, when was the first Open? Was it 2010 or 11?
No, I think it was.
Before?
No, I don't think there was an Open in 2010.
So then,
2012,
then that moves the clock
2013.
even further forward.
Right, because once you've started that, then you can start.
Then
the
you can
timer.
start the classic.
Here, I mean, this is the definition of classic gave me nothing to work on. So I typed in definition of classic rock music.
Okay.
It says classic rock is a radio format and genre originating from late 1960s to 1980s rock, later expanding to include 1990s hits. Defining, it says typically at least 20 to 25 years
Yeah,
old.
so there is no such thing as classic CrossFit. I like that.
When was the first?
2000. Well, we just celebrated the
Right.
25-year anniversary, right? So
I think the beginning of classic
you could
CrossFit.
you could go
workouts
from
have-
like 2001 to 2009 on like .com workouts.
I think every year from now on, that the
Year
beginning
moves.
year becomes
Shifts.
a classic. So
Yeah.
the
Okay.
only
Up to
classic
2006.
CrossFit workouts. When was Fran created?
It was
that
one
was
of the
in a
first
very
ones.
early article.
I think he did Fran back in like the 80s.
He did.
So
Fran is
Fran was
classic.
The
CrossFit.
classic.
Well, guys, we solved it.
we solved it.
And we still
Fran's the only one.
We still have 90 seconds left. Well, no, there was a host of 5 that were originally created. Fran was posted with Cindy at like the same time
Yeah.
in that article, or at
Yeah.
least in the article they put it together.
man,
One of the
I think
early ones.
Nasty Girls is a classic CrossFit workout.
I could okay.
It was filmed.
You guys
in-
got me. I'll come down off my porch.
Filthy?
There are classic CrossFit Filthy 50.
50.
Yeah, I mean,
Fight Gone Bad.
there
I
we
think
go.
Fight
We've got- now
Gone
we've got
Bad
at
more
least
than
4, right?
I think Filthy 50 it's borderline F45 workout, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, let's just throw a bunch of movements and 50 reps at a board. Like 50 double unders.
Well,
come
that's
on.
kind of the definition of the hopper, though.
Yeah, but 50 double unders. Like,
Is
what are we
nothing,
really
you're saying?
talking about? That's at the end. 50 double unders is at the end of the Filthy 50.
Yeah, but what are the other movements? I couldn't even tell you, dude.
Jumping pull-ups.
Jumping pull-ups,
GHD.
GHD
Look at
sit-ups.
that really. I need
push
to read
press. I don't even know a Filthy 50 off the top of my head.
All right, we're going to do a fun finisher.
All right.
We're going to do a blind ranking. I'm going to pick 5 classic CrossFit workouts.
Okay.
You guys got to rank them, but you're not allowed to know what comes next.
All right.
Diane.
Oh wait, we're each doing it? Diane, and then I'm gonna go. Okay.
Yep. No, I'm picking all 5 of the workouts.
Right. But then we're both gonna answer,
Yep.
and then you're gonna say
Yep.
another one.
Diane, 21:59 deadlift, handstand, push-up.
4.
225.
3.
Really? Jeez, that's a good one for
Amanda, 975 squat snatch and muscle up.
you. 3.
4.
He's fucking 2. Grace,
Ooh.
30
2.
clean jerks for time.
2.
Wow, you guys.
This sucks.
Karen,
1.
Karen is.
150 wall balls for time.
You would say 1. Yeah, you are good at wall balls.
You just beat him in the open.
I
workout with wall balls.
know, but that was because there was a lot of other things that played in my favor on that one. I'm gonna have to say 5.
Fran.
1. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
5?
love that.
Actually, I'm happy with that. I was really hoping
Really?
you were going to throw Jackie in there.
Me?
Yeah.
Fran,
but
no,
I don't know
Fran's
if
a 1.
Jackie. Yeah.
Fran's a 1. Dude,
These were classic CrossFit workouts.
there is no more potent workout than fucking Fran.
There really isn't.
Yeah, no.
No,
I mean, you
never
feel
gets easier.
Fran for as long as you do Fran.
Yeah.
And maybe more.
Oh yeah,
Totally.
more.
If I do
I actually
Fran
think-
with intensity, with what my level of intensity is, it probably takes me longer to recover from the workout than
to
doing the
actually
workout.
do it.
Maybe by a
100%.
factor of 2.
I 100% agree.
What, a 3:30? It probably
Yeah.
takes me over 6:30 mark to recover.
Definitely.
And it's mostly my forearms. I'm walking around and I cannot get the sensation out of my forearms.
It's brutal.
It's unreal.
It's brutal.
Just
And
unreal.
then I guess one further caveat, do we want to throw out predictions? We're in the middle of the open, 26.2.
So we got the video here from Dave Castro.
I'll stitch it in.
Blowing in the wind. 2, 4, 6, 8.
I think it's a choose your own adventure type of workout.
Ooh.
Like I think it's going to give you 3 movements, the volume of reps, and then you pick. You can either do it chipper style,
See, I would
or
love
you.
that. That makes it so hard.
What was the original one that was like?
I think it was 2018.
Was it like 40, 60 something wall balls, muscle ups, and calorie row?
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna do a quick comment search. Top comment. That's a burpee over a rower workout if I've ever seen. That's a good one.
I do think that's a rower workout though. I think they're
Ariel,
go-
it leaves and then comes back. Repeat workout. It's gonna blow.
Honestly,
Nice.
some guy had a breakdown of it. He's like connecting a bunch of dots where he thinks it's going to be a choose your own adventure type chaos workout, which kind of makes sense.
I would really like that.
Yeah,
I
think
haven't
it'd be fun.
thought about workout strategy for an open workout in a long time, other than like how am I going to break up this set? But
Yeah,
that'd be really
it would
cool.
really make
Have
it
they
fun.
ever had a format like that?
In 2018.
See you on the streets.
See you on the streets.
I think the cone worked, guys.
I think it worked.
First one fell out.
Well, it was kind of cool. It was almost like a little bit of a hopper.
Drowning in the chaos, I can't catch my breath. I run, catch my coming closer, know that I'm a mess. Tangled up in wires, I can't catch my breath. I run. Falling deeper, I cannot confess. Drowning in the chaos, I can't catch my breath. I run.
CrossFit sells and ownership is swimming in money and coin. Yeah, Scrooge, this is living. So much wealth. CrossFit keeps me fit to enjoy it all. Hooray, more splashing.